is you go to a thing called Coin Market Cap. You go to a thing called cryptocurrencies. You hit gainers and losers. And then you have all the coins here as far as like what's pumping, what's not pumping. You guys can kind of take a look at what's in the dumps or what's been pumping so you can find something to kind of go against it. Or you just go to regular cryptocurrency rankings and you can look over the last hour on what's pumping or last 24 hours. And if something pumped very hard, you know, we're looking to short it. And that's kind of like the game we play, right? So this is another option, very easy to do. And this is a simple one for you right here. So this is where you go to your trading view, and to the far right, there's this little box here called alerts or watch list, right? You click your watch list and puts all these coins here. Now I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to get rid of all these coins so that there's nothing in there. Okay. And when you do this, I think you have to have like if, depending on which version of, trading view you have, I'm not sure how many the free ones do, maybe 10 or 20, but as you have a $14 one, it does a little more. But what you do is very simple. You go to watch list, you click watch list, right? And this is where you can add coins. When you hit the little coin here, little plus sign, what it does, it pulls up the coin search. Now normally we all have ours on all, right? And what you want to do is slide over to crypto. And when you hit crypto, right, there is all exchange types, right? And there is all types. Now, what you do here basically, and I'm going to show you kind of how I set this up and how you can set this up. It's simple. So go to your regular coin, click on your coin, and there's a thing called all sources, right? All the way to the left, all sources. And what the sources are basically Binance, Bybit, MEXC. Those are the exchanges. So when you hit the plus sign over here, you can see it says all sources, right? So what you want to do is, because we're trading on MEXC, right? Change all sources to MEXC. Okay. And now the only coins that you're going to see here are going to be what you can trade on MEXC. Okay. So then while you're doing that, pick some coins that you recognize or don't recognize, right? So for instance, here's KAS, right? So let's put a plus on KAS. Here's Solana. People have been talking about Solana. Here's this coin Perp. The other day, that thing, I made 400% in like 2 minutes on that stupid coin. Here's Unify. I've seen that pop up every once in a while. Here's Render. A lot of guys like Render. Here's this. Yeah.
Just so you know, if you take that from off all types down to swap on the net right there, then you're just seeing all the tether coins.
Perfect. There we go, guys.
So it's even finer detail.
This is why we get together. So
yeah, we're teamwork.
Teamwork. So put swap on there, and now you just have the futures, right? And so just go down there and kind of like pick out. I love Rune. Right, so pick out something. LPT popped up the other day. Tomo, I seen them last week. Link is another one. And then look for the coins that you see that most people trade, or coins that you've seen that made moves, and kind of like build your little list. Right, here's, let's see here. I like Sushi. Aave is a good coin. ApeCoin makes money. SNX popped up the other day. CFX, we used to trade a lot when we're paying attention to it, right? And this is where you can come here. ID is one of my favorites. And take yourself and coins that you haven't seen before or haven't looked at, like do an algo, do a graph, coins that most people aren't talking about. No one talks about Astro. But don't do like your poo coins. Don't do like Pepe or some shit. Yeah, come in here, ICP, right? And then what happens is, as you're picking all these out, these are Blur. Blur was actually a big coin. We used to trade a lot of Blur. I haven't taken a look at it. Crow, Jasmine. We haven't really looked at Jasmine in a while. Ches, right? One, right? So you take a look, add these coins here that you kind of see, and what that's going to do is it's going to put this list here for you, right? And you can just move it over, and what it's going to do is give you the percentages. So now you can see the percent of the changes, right? So you can scroll up. So every morning you pop up, as soon as you put your list on your trading view, you can come right here and you can say, oh, what's pumping? And you can just scroll down your list. And this has all the coins that are pumping and the percentages right here. So right out the gate, you're aware of what's happening. And the best part is all these coins are on MEXC. So that is how easy it is to, keep up with coins and what's pumping. And the best part is now they're at your watch list. You don't have to type them in. You just click on them. So if I take a look here and I see Unify's up 3%, I click it. There's the trade. Now I can do a quick review. What do? I go to my 4 hour. Boom, 4 hours bending up, right? Take a look. Looks good. Jump into my 2 hour. 2 hour green moon just rejected, headed north. Unify looks good. 1 hour green moon just hit. Right, boom, that's our big pump. We just saw that. So if I would have seen this earlier, if this was on my watch list and I would have seen all that stuff happening earlier, like for instance, I take a look and I see the 4 hour starting to bend up, right? That happened down this section here, right? I could have been like, oh, that's not too bad. Take a look at my 2 hour. It's bending up, right? That would have let me know it's rejecting right here. So that would have gave me the opportunity to get into a trade here for a long. I would have got my 1 hour moon and I would have scored on this trade. And that's how easy it is to get yourself set up to where now you can find coins without really, looking that hard for them. And then post, what you see here, right? So what I'm seeing here is that Unify is actually pumping. So I would just post over here, Unify pumping, boom, right? Now that way anybody out there who's not watching Unify could go and be like, oh, what's Unify? Maybe they find a trade. Right? That's simple. Right? Just coming off of your basic, thing. Now I come over here. That doesn't look like it's going to come down anytime soon. Let me go take a look. This one, Crow is down 16. What else? So you can take this look. So this should help you guys out pretty quickly to find a coin and then how to post. Right here's Sushi or Sui. Sui! We can take a look here. I'm always looking for the simple stuff. 1 hour green moon, right? We just hit it. Ugh, we missed another trade. All right, so take a look here. Here's your 4 hour, right? What do we see? The 4 hour bottom came up here. Look at this. We're about to get a 4 hour green moon, which means you're going to get a pump off of Sui. Your 3 hours about to hit. You're definitely getting a pump off Sui. And your 2 hour just hit. So we got a long on Sui. So now I would post here what I see, which is a 2 hour, 3 hour. We need a 3 hour and a 4 hour possible green moon. So now I would just post Sui. So $, SUIU, incoming 3 hour green and 4 hour green moon. 4 hour bottomed. All right. And I just post that, right?
So do we need to wait for a 3 hour red moon for any trade? Or is it okay to get in before the 3 hour moon, like when it's close to hitting?
You want at least a 2 hour.
Alright, just the 2 hours is enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You
So
want
don't
to.
need
And that'll get your volume to where you want it, right? So remember, the A trade is going to be volume below the 4.5, 5 line. You know what I mean? But the moons
we
give
don't
you,
need the actual moon.
yeah, the moons give you an early listing. The moons kind of give you like a heads up.
Gotcha. Thanks.
So if I was going to go long on Sushi, go ahead.
Just before we, if we wanted to touch on the fair value gap thing,
Yeah.
if you go back to OP, and I don't